What I find most appealing about the story of Evita is her core need to be loved. It's really beyond all the political aspirations and her profound ambition, even her need for revenge on some level. It all comes down to that simple need to be loved.
What's most important for me is to believe in everything she did and that it all came out of love. There's no other way to play a character, even if you're playing a villain, you know, which she is not, but even if you're playing a villain, that has to start from love, you know.
Hell can't I only want notoriety, a variety. I want to be a part of being Buenos Aires, Big Apple. She wants to be.
What I think will make the Reps Evita different or unique from the other Evitas is that we're not movement-led. We're not doing a production that has a lot of music and a lot of movement and then there's a story. We're starting with the story and we're starting with their relationships and using those to tell the story of Eva.
I've done the show, you know, 5 times back in my early career, and so this is the first time that we've done it with a tango choreographer and someone actually from Argentina. It's just incredible. I've spent my life as a dancer and I'm still learning new things, you know, and he is so inspiring and knows so much about the history of the show and where the steps come from and why they're in certain places, and so it's been super helpful.
Audiences, when they come to see our show, will get a very nice and authentic feeling of Argentinian body language and movement. I even went a little farther with the language and introduced also some of what's called folklore, which is Argentinian folk dance.
Lifetime of success. Give me credit, I'll find ways of paying.
My goal is that through movement we can really provide the audience with a very authentic flavor of what Argentina really is about.
I think the thing I love most about this production and doing it now at this time, at my age, at this time in the world, is playing a female who back in the day, back in the 40s, was able to conquer a man's world, which is something we're still struggling to do nowadays. And I really like to play a strong woman.
I believe people in St. Louis will learn a lot about Argentinian politics, and also I think it's going to be a great mirror for American politics. There's 2 sides and 2 opposite sides that cannot even almost talk to each other. And we're going through the same situation with the Peronist and the anti-Peronist.
For our cause, the inconvenience, having to get a majority. If normal methods of persuasion fail to win us applause, there are other ways of...
It's incredibly complex, it's incredibly layered, and ultimately it's centered on these 2 points of view. The Eva's point of view, and we see her live her story out in front of us. And then there's the narrator, the character of Che, in this production, kind of an everyman, a working class everyman, who challenges that story. And the brilliance of Evita is that you don't ultimately fall on one side of the other, that both are right and both are wrong, which really comes down to what is truth. And that question is never answered.